So the bumps, it just looks weird. My name is Bruno, and I have two squishy, enormous bumps on my chest. When I run, they kind of...
You have a sort of a mystery component to what's going on with you. When did you first notice these masses on your abdomen?
I started surfing at 8, and I think these things start growing since then. We were looking at pictures. I hope it's like at 12 or 13, you could already see like the bumps growing.
You didn't have it before you started surfing?
I don't think so.
Do you usually wear a wetsuit?
Almost always, because if not, it gets worse much faster. Because bumps, they get bruised and they start hurting. And at night, I cannot lay down on my stomach. It becomes very, very painful.
If that's getting bruised, and that's not really soft tissue as much, that's rib right there. It's cartilage usually, unless it became ossified. Is it osteomas?
Well, if it was an osteoma, the CAT scan would show it. Our minds are going places. We're like medical detectives for the moment. There's a thing called differential diagnosis in medicine. What are the possible diagnoses that this thing could be, from most likely to least likely? And when you have to form a differential diagnosis, it usually means the diagnosis is not obvious. But you had a CAT scan, and it didn't show anything.
Yeah, so this is the crazy story. So 20 years ago, I tried the liposuction. After 2 weeks, I thought, now I'm going to look normal. And it was just the same.
It's very weird, isn't it?
That's why I want to see it.
This one, it's soft and it's distinct from the rib, too. This one looks bigger.
This one is bigger
than this one. So when you're lying down, sometimes it probably goes right over, and that's when it hurts?
Yeah.
These masses feel like balls of fat. I've never seen anything like this before.
Have a seat. So, what is the differential diagnosis? What do you think's at the top of the list? What would you say?
Lipoma.
He thinks it's just lipomas, fatty tumor.
A fatty tumor, okay.
Right. I don't think it's necessarily that.
Okay.
I think you would probably see a fatty tumor on a CAT scan, particularly when they're this big. I think, see if you agree with this, and you don't have to. And if he doesn't, he's wrong, you know.
He's wrong.
And we'll just, you know. So I think it's, wait for it, paradoxical fatty hyperplasia. Think about cool sculpting. There's this phenomenon when it comes to fat. You can, instead of doing liposuction, you can put these freezing devices on. It's called cryolipolysis. It kills the fat through freezing it, and then it dies, and then you urinate it out. But 3 to as much as 10% chance that instead of it dissolving the fat, it causes the fat to grow up. Yes. I don't have one of these freezing machines, but I have seen this dozens of times. My theory is that all of the trauma that Bruno's chest has sustained from that surfing has caused the masses in his chest. Usually, you would think it would cause atrophy or a reduction in fat in that area. But in his case, it's caused a more rare form of paradoxical increase in the amount of tissue, which is very unusual, but very interesting. Today for Bruno's surgery, I'll begin by liposuctioning the fat on both sides of his flanks. I will then make an incision across his lower abdomen, elevate up the abdominal wall, and remove the masses, and then send a sample off to pathology to confirm what it is and if it's cancerous. Lastly, I will remove the excess skin before closing him up.
We finally got the pathology report back, and it showed that the masses were an overgrowth of fatty cells, which is consistent with paradoxical fatty hyperplasia. So Dr. Dubrow was right, and the best part, no cancer, thank God.
Good to be back, huh?
Super happy. Look like a normal person now.
Yeah. I think he feels comfortable and confident, and I'm just happy for him and enjoy being healthy.
What a difference, right?
Look like a skinny bitch now.
Not that skinny, just normal, I think. Before my surgery, I had 2 huge masses on my chest. But now, thanks to Dr. Dubrow, the masses have been removed, the pain is gone, and I can now enjoy the sport I love. Dr. Dubrow and Dr. Nassif, they changed my life for the better. I cannot thank them enough.